You know, I sat here and I listened last night to a little scuzz named fucking Mary Jane Roddencride. Get all mad at people. Uh, Saying that a cop was well within his rights by law to sniff a little girl's panties. When I already told you what the law was twice now, told you where to find it. It's under Trump's child new pornography laws that Trump put out. Thank God for that, man. At least he's wanting to protect children, where the new president does not. He wants to let all child molesters out of jail. But then I see people that I used to respect protect people that thinks it's okay for a cop to sniff little girls' panties when there's laws against it, thanks to Trump. Y'all fucking disgust me. Each and every fucking one of you. The man talked about how he got in trouble with his neighbors by giving kids candy. Giving kids candy. And it pissed off his neighbors. And then he talks about it's okay for a cop to sniff a little girl's panties. Gee, I think if I was one of his neighbors and I knew that he thought it was all right for a cop to sniff little girl's panties when it is against the law, and the law states something to the effect that only the immediate family and a laundry mat personnel person can touch little girl's panties. That shows you how wrong you are. There was actually a big controversy, even on the news, things like that, about it for a while. Because they said, well, what about schools? What about this? What about that? So they even put in the thing about school nurses or janitors can touch that. No one else. Not teachers, not coaches, not anybody, but janitors or school nurses can touch that at school. You don't have the right to pick up a little girl's panties when that child does not belong to you, and just sniff them. It's really cool. Trump passed child pornography laws, and that's part of what was in there. Thank God for Trump, because you disgusting individuals that think that this is all right, that think there is no laws, and double down on your stupidity, saying there is no laws to protect against this, are disgusting. And thank God for people like Trump. Thank God for people like me. Thank God for people that want to protect children for real and not just run their fucking yap and say, oh, I want to help a child. I want to help a child. I want to help a child, and then don't. And then say cops are okay to sniff little girls' panties and then give children candy at your home. I hate to tell you, I'd be a little bit upset about that too if I was a neighbor of two tall Robs and he was giving my kid little kid candy at his door, like he said he was doing, and it ain't even fucking Halloween. Yeah, I'd be a bit upset about that too. You're some disgusting, downright vile individuals. You protect, you even report cops. You report cops that do vile things, but yet, because it's your friend, there's nothing wrong with it. Disgusting. Oh, that cop didn't get in trouble for it? Yes, he did. He went to court twice, once for the trespass and once for what he did with the panties. And he got several fines for the panty thing, and he got charged with trespass. But this is the man. I'm talking about a man there. PDF. Oh, I know all the cops and what they do wrong. Unless one of my friends is supporting that cop and what he did, saying it was right. And he said so on Betsy Pillar's panel. He said that it was right. He has nothing to worry about, and that there's no law against it. Then you got Mary Jane Dumbass. Oh, I know the law, I know the law, I always know the law. Yet again, didn't know the law. Showed her true dumbass self on my panel, wanting to protect this cop who snipped little girls' panties, wanting to protect Too Tall Rob, who thinks that it was okay for the cop to sniff a little girl's panties, and argued with me on Betsy Peeler's panel about that for almost an hour. Then I see other people that I actually once respected, I have no respect for now. None. For the simple fact, you claim to be there and want to know the laws. Oh, I know the laws for myself. But for the most vulnerable part of our population, the most vulnerable part of anybody's population, the children, you don't know shit about it. You don't care about it. And you don't even care about children. That is our most vulnerable people on earth. I don't give a fuck about any one of you that cares so little about children that you don't even know the laws that protect children, and then double down on your stupidity of not knowing the laws. You're disgusting. And you are definitely what is wrong with this world today. You are very much what is wrong with this world today. You ain't fixed nothing. You ain't done nothing except for run your mouths and allow the most vulnerable sector of our population to be manipulated, to be destroyed, to be sexually harassed. And then you get your jollies off. Oh, well, I'm a good guy. I show all the cops that have done this, PDF. But yet, when it comes to protecting your friend, you give so little care about a child. Because you want to protect your friend. My friend almost lost a friend one night for talking stupid shit. about children. He almost lost me as a friend. Said so, and I mean that. I realized he sort of backed off that shit. He realized how pissed off I was about it. Y'all are very disgusting individuals that care so little about children. You should just go ahead and say you're a Biden lover, because you must be PDF. You and Maddie Madness decided to attack me when I brought up Biden. All of them aren't sources that could ever be used when it shows him physically doing such a thing. Touching little girls, kissing a little girl when the little girl's trying to shriek away from him, and forced himself to kiss her not once but twice. Grabbed another little girl's dress so hard, right at her titty, that he almost pulled it down and showed the little girl's titties on national TV. And then he goes on to say, oh, kids just come up to me in swimming pools. That's out of the man's mouth. All over national TV now. Kids come up to me in swimming pools and play with my leg hairs because my leg hairs are so long. I do not know any child that I grew up with or that I have ever been around that just goes up to an old man that they don't know and plays with their long leg hair in a swimming pool in a public fashion. Ain't happening. Sorry. But you all, even you and Maddie Madness, PDF, guy who hates cops who do bad things to children, defended him profusely. Now you're defending Too Tall Rob profusely. Even on your panel that said, come get some. I came to get some. You wouldn't let me up there. Can't say you didn't know I was back there on that panel when you let two other people up there. Can't say you didn't see me. If you did, you lie. But then again, I wouldn't put it past you to lie. PDF. Why? Because of the simple fact you protect Too Tall Rob. You protected the biggest child molester in the United States, in my opinion, and that is what is called a president at this point in time. Then you got Mary Jane Rottingcrotch backing you because you're sucking her big fat clit with your big fat lips. I'm sure Maddie Madness is too, because I'm sure Maddie thinks she's got a dick instead of a clip, or she probably uses a strap on you for that, on Maddie for that. I'm sure. Just saying. But the biggest disappointment I ever seen was a man called Yeet. He's changed his name to Yeet. It's a camera, I think. Used to be Yeet. It was a cop. Biggest disappointment I ever seen. Supporting that piece of crap called Too Tall Rob. And then you got Jen T, a cop caller who called the cops on Eric Brandt, who protects another person who puts sexually explicit photographs of his daughter on YouTube. Wow. Y'all are some disgusting, gross individuals. You're exactly is what's wrong with this world today. You're just as much enabling the child pornography industry to happen. You're just as much enabling child predators to happen. And you might as well just stand and say, let's let all child predators out of prison, just like Biden said he wanted to do. You might as well stand behind him. He's your president. You've proven that. Don't say you didn't vote for him. Because even if you didn't physically put a vote in for him, you back his ideology. So, therefore, you voted for him in your own ideological way. On that, have a good night.